Hey, welcome to the Follow Through. I'm Pastor Fred. We are listening to God. We're also living for Him. So hit that subscribe button, share this with somebody. And I want to ask you a question. Like as you make disciples, as you are kind of just trying to be a great parent, trying to be a great friend, trying to be that person that helps. I know there's times where we just feel like giving up. You know what I mean? You want to throw your hands up and go, man, what's the point? Right? Because maybe your child does the same thing over and over, making the same mistakes. Now, again, I would say, remember how many mistakes you made as well as you get frustrated and as you maybe feel like kind of throwing in the towel. Again, we can remember, okay, make sure you remember where you came from and how you've grown and they're not there yet. That's very, very important, but it can really make us kind of get discouraged. That friend who we've just said, you know, man, you gotta defeat this thing, and maybe they're dealing with something destructive. Maybe it's an addiction, whatever it is, and you've been there time and time again, and it's just this sort of broken record, and it's just this loop, right? It's like Groundhog Day with Bill Murray in that movie. It's like another day, they're doing the same thing and the same thing. But what can we do? Like, should we give up? Should we give in? Here's some encouragement from Philippians 1. This is Paul, and he says, I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Christ Jesus, right? Because this is so helpful, because it reminds me that first of all, that I came to faith because of God. That I believe in Him, I trust in Him because of Him. His power, His work, kind of brought me along kicking and screaming. But now I realize, like, wow. Again, as He changes my mind, as He changes my heart, that He is the Lord, that He loves me, that He cares about me, and that my life, like, I got everything I need with Him. What an amazing thing. So this passage brings me back to reality, and that's the one thing I can be sure of. When it doesn't look like it, when I'm not showing progress, right? And when the people in my life that maybe I'm teaching a class, or maybe I'm, again, with my kids, it's like, come on, how many times do I have to say that? I mean, how many times have you said that? You lost count a long time ago. It's a reminder, God's at work in your heart, in my heart. Now, especially if we're in the Word. Now, again, I can't control what someone else does. I can create opportunities. I can have conversations. We can do all those things, and God calls us to do that. He calls us to pray unceasingly. But He's doing His work. And Paul says, I'm sure that God begins the work, and He's going to carry it on to the completion. And again, he kind of not throws in, but he, at the very end, he sort of, Paul almost can't help himself. He's like, and He's coming back. That day of the Lord. I mean, He's going to return. And so for eternity, God's got you and the people in your life that He's working with. Now, again, sometimes we can't see much evidence of that, or maybe any evidence of it. But that should never stop us from just loving and caring for and trying to pour into the people in our lives these great truths and all of this great, amazing stuff that God has for us. And for me, it sort of relieves some of the guilt, maybe, because maybe I don't feel like I'm doing a great job, or maybe feel like I'm just like in a losing battle. He's like, ultimately, God's the one who's got the power in that battle. Ultimately, He's the one that's going to see this thing through, and who, when it comes to my kids, who loves them more than I do. Who, when it comes to my wife, loves her more than I ever will. He does. And He's in control. I need to remember that. I pray today that truth just makes so much difference for you. That He's working. Just look at His Word. You'll see it. And in your own life, I pray that you're able to see it. All right? So have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.